Kenzo. Just hearing the name conjures up images of bold prints, vibrant colors, and a playful energy that's impossible to ignore. Kenzo Takada, the man behind the legendary brand, revolutionized the fashion world with his East meets West aesthetic. He wasn't afraid to break the rules, to mix the unexpected, and to celebrate joy through his designs. Kenzo's journey was as unconventional as his designs. He was a Japanese man who conquered the Parisian fashion scene in the 1960s, a time when breaking into the industry was even harder than it is today. But Kenzo persevered, and his unique vision transformed the way we think about fashion. He showed the world that fashion could be fun, expressive, and a true reflection of the world around us. Kenzo's legacy extends far beyond his runway shows and iconic designs. He built a global brand that represents a truly international spirit. His story is one of passion, determination, and a relentless pursuit of creativity. It's a story that continues to inspire designers and fashion lovers today. Kenzo Takada's journey to fashion icon began in Himeji, Japan. Even as a young boy, he was captivated by the world of fashion, poring over his sister's fashion magazines. But back then, a career in fashion wasn't considered a traditional path, especially for a young man. Despite this, Kenzo was determined to follow his dreams. He enrolled in the Bunka Fashion College in Tokyo, one of the few institutions open to male students at the time. After honing his skills, a bold idea began to take shape in Kenzo's mind. He set his sights on Paris, the undisputed capital of haute couture. In 1965, Kenzo took a leap of faith and boarded a ship bound for France. He barely spoke the language, had very little money, and knew almost no one in this foreign city. But he had a dream, and that was all that mattered. His early days in Paris were a whirlwind of odd jobs and challenges. But Kenzo never lost sight of his goal, to make his mark on the world of fashion. Paris in the late 1960s was buzzing with creativity. The youthquake movement was in full swing, challenging traditional notions of beauty and style. Kenzo, with his fresh perspective and bold designs, was perfectly poised to make his mark. In 1970, he opened his first boutique in Galerie Vivienne. He named it Jungle Jap, a name that raised eyebrows but perfectly captured the store's vibrant, eclectic energy. The boutique was like stepping into Kenzo's imagination. It was a riot of color and patterns, a fusion of Eastern and Western aesthetics. Kenzo's designs were unlike anything seen in Paris before. He used bold prints, mixed fabrics with abandon, and incorporated elements of Japanese design into his Western silhouettes. His first fashion show, held in the same year, cemented his arrival on the scene. The models, instead of gliding down a traditional runway, danced and moved freely, their clothes a blur of color and pattern. The show was a breath of fresh air, a celebration of individuality, and a rejection of the rigid rules of Parisian fashion. The fashion world took notice. Kenzo Takada, the young man from Japan, had arrived. What made Kenzo's designs so revolutionary? It was his unique ability to blend his Japanese heritage with his love for Parisian style. He had a knack for taking traditional garments like kimonos and reinterpreting them with a modern, Western sensibility. His designs were a true fusion of cultures, reflecting the increasingly globalized world around him. Kenzo wasn't afraid of color. In fact, he embraced it wholeheartedly. His designs were explosions of vibrant hues, often inspired by the natural world. He used floral motifs liberally, but not in a delicate, traditional way. His flowers were bold, graphic, and almost abstract. His signature style was a playful mix of textures and patterns. He combined stripes with florals, polka dots with paisleys, creating a kaleidoscope of visual delight. His designs were all about breaking the rules, having fun with fashion, and expressing a sense of joyful individuality. It was a breath of fresh air in the often serious world of high fashion.